Hi, here's Caja with part 12 of my Chronicles. This part will carry the name, Lost World, for I actually would enter a lost world. It only shows itself under specific circumstances, and in 2022 at the end of the summer the circumstances were right. The circumstances appeared also right for my skin to deteriorate even more. Attempts to repair it, one way or the other, didn't really succeed. So I knew I soon needed a new and better body. More fit for the circumstances I sometimes get into. More about that later, but first. Let me show you a problem I encountered what disturbs my plans considerably. For sailing to Zombie Island to spend there another night to slay zombies seems no longer a real option. There is almost no water left in the reservoir, a real right now usually is far below water level. What is now a reservoir once was a prosperous valley, you know. Under these particular circumstances there should be more visible now what is usually far below water level, a lost world. It could be worth it to try to find more traces of it. So I knew the goal now of my next excursion. This was Caja for now, hasta la vista, baby. And I'll be back. Hi, this is Caja, and I would like to take you now on an extraordinary journey to a place usually deep below on the bottom of a reservoir. On our way to that special place we passed the monument of a medieval dwarf who had lived there before he was burnt on a stake. As a dwarf, I am glad I didn't exist in that period. I would have had to terminate too many what would have exhausted my batteries. We now drove on a road what isn't always there when the water level is high. And the plain on our right actually is already the bottom. Soon we would be able to see our goal for the day, the bridge. The bridge was crossing a river that flows now usually below water level, but once connected a hamlet with a bigger village by a road now usually underwater as well, usually, but not today. We now arrived at the place where there was still water. One of the deeper places of the valley. Here was a place where fishermen can let their boats into the water by a slipway. There was a parking as well. When we eventually would like to cool off into the water after our excursion to the bridge, we had to do that here. But first, I would be taken to the bridge. The Pont de la Trière. I was ready to be carried again by my companion. I am a bit handicapped, you know. It may seem strange to you, but the world through my eyes looks just a bit different. Where you only see images, I also see data, information about what I see and where I am. And there was our destination. Except for the water of the brook La Trière, there was no water whatsoever here. But my companions also had been at this very place once when there still had been some water left. Then, my companion had to wade through the water to get at the bridge. How different that was from the present situation that I could witness now. And even then, at that moment, the water level had been low. But now my companion could take me to the same place without even getting his feet wet. Of course, the pavement of the road is now in bad condition, for it is fully out of use, being much meters below water level. As one can see, La Trière is still cutting its way through the bottom of the Lac de Montville. It was a hot day. A bit cooling off would be welcome. Especially for my companions. Carrying me in those conditions can make people even more hot. As for me, I am a machine. But my cooling fans were turning faster than usual. There, at the end of that path, would be a nice spot to go into the water. But one thing now seemed sure, it was getting time for me to get a new body. More UV and waterproof than the one I was using now. This was Caja for now. Hasta la vista, baby. And I'll be back. Hopefully with an improved and better body for the adventures to come. There is another material what is being used for creatures like I am. More expensive but also more resistant and durable. I decided to go for a silicone action figure. That sounded like the right type for me. It was a pity though that they weren't fabricated with a bigger cup size. I am so used to have those whoppers in front of me. But except for that one detail, it looked really good. I could exist with that. And its predecessor, I could keep that. As a spare. But definitely not anymore for outdoor adventures.